tonight. Cannot wait to share with you the guest that we have on. Jim B's on tonight. In fact, I'm going to send out a blast right now. I'm going to send out a blast to remind everybody about the show tonight. But it's a Jim B show announcement, everybody. It's a Jim B day. Jim's coming on. So a little talking. Also, we have the interviews as normal. Full lineup tonight. Infamous is coming on. We got Becca, as well as a certain relatively new top badge, Mr. Peak Levels, is going to be on. But right now, we're going to go ahead and send that blast out real quick. If you don't know how to send a blast, but you see notifications sometimes come on your device, how you do it is you go to your streamer profile menu, and you click into favorites, click fans. So favorites, then fans, and then select let your fans know you'll be live. And we're going to say Jim B on Suited Up is, and then live with an exclamation mark. Boom. And to any of you who have me favorited, thank you. You will have just now gotten that notification. So you should have had that sent to you. While we're waiting for people to roll in, I'll give you a little idea of what this show is. This is a late night talk show. Get to know some of your favorite creators and influencers on and off the platform. This serves as an opportunity to understand who they are as a person, how they got started on the platform, what they do in their free time, and why you should watch them. Maybe you may find an interesting story or relate to someone that you wouldn't have guessed that you'd relate to. It's an excellent way, too, to discover new favorites and find people that you may not have otherwise clicked into their stream, but because you heard them out in this stream, got to know them a little better. So I know that personally, I've made friends through these interviews, and I'm thankful for it. So for any of you who are looking to tune in tonight and want to know who we're going to talk with, we're going to talk with Infamous. He's an up-and-coming streamer with, he might be part machine. He might be part machine with the amount of talent that he has. I don't want to spoil what his skill set is. He is especially good at his craft, though. I gotta say, he's especially good at his craft. All right, who else is coming on? We got Becca coming on. Interesting story. We'll pull at your heartstrings. A very relatable person with a very big heart who's going to pull at your heartstrings. And lastly, Peak Levels, who is basically a ball of energy. So if you want to get to know an electrifying energetic streamer, a fellow top streamer on this platform, you need to stick around for the closeout with Peak Levels. I shifted doing announcements of contest results to the rundown, everyone, because that is the primary goal of the rundown. But that being said, let's talk about a couple of the other shows while we wait for people to filter in. A few of the other shows that I would like to highlight. Congratulations to Aaron Kirby. Aaron Kirby had the debut of Before and After today. You may have seen a sweet blue banner in the top. If you haven't, go ahead and take a look at that top banner. You'll see Aaron Kirby with his guitar and a nice grin. Aaron Kirby does a 2-week makeover show where he and a panel of coaches listen to your before performance, give you some constructive criticism, and then he selects out of the panel of coaches one of the coaches to work with you. You have a week, and then you come back for an after performance. It's honestly a very fun show to watch because you see these transformations of people by just having a little bit of a push from someone who's skilled in their craft. So highly recommend checking out Aaron Kirby's Before and After. That premiered today for the first time. Coming to you tomorrow at 7 p.m. The Music Box Showcase. Music Box Showcase had their premiere last week. The Music Box Showcase is rewriting what it looks like to have a professional stream on this platform. They have integrated OBS. If you don't know what that means, it stands for Open Broadcast System. But really what it means is that they have a lot of things going on their screen to draw your interest, including screen transitions. It looks like a television production. Couldn't be more proud to help them put that production on. So make sure that you're checking out the Music Box Showcase at 7 every Thursday. Also, going live and premiering for its first official episode tomorrow is Sippin' Celebrity with Mercedes. I think of all the names, that one could be towards the top. Sippin' Celebrity with Mercedes, right? Just da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, Sippin' Celebrity with Mercedes. That's Thursdays at 9 p.m. Mercedes is not going to apologize for loving her Hollywood gossip. She is not going to apologize for being in the know with the Kardashians, what Kanye has going on, what the newest and coolest things are in the music and entertainment industry. Mercedes puts in the hard work so that you can hear about it and throw your opinion out there. It's gossip time. So make sure that you're tuning in Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to check out Mercedes. Everyone, that's only 4. I can count. That's 3. 3 shows that I just talked about. That's only 3 shows out of I can't count. We have more than a full page of write-ups of shows now. Every day there is content, everyone. Make sure that you're checking the top banner to find a well-produced, intentional stream. It's really setting a new standard, and I couldn't be more excited for these streams to come to you. That being said, there's a guy who does all of this and helps put things on. You may be familiar with him. He's the boss man. And if he's hanging around, he has some important things to talk about. And thank you so much for everyone tuning in so early to come in and cheer these things out. But he still might be rolling in, so we'll wait a sec. While we wait for that to happen, let's go ahead and give a shout out to the new top badges that have been announced recently. 2 weeks ago, we announced Zach is here, who received his badge after having a short time off. Congratulations to Zach. As well as some guy named Peak Levels. I don't know. Some guy named Peak Levels got his badge a couple weeks ago too. Last week we congratulated Jordan Tarzan for getting his top badge. Congratulations to those 3. Make sure that you tune in this Friday at 3 p.m. to find out who's getting their badges this week, as well as hear more announcements, contest results, all that kind of good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, the man kicking the show off though, the boss man himself, one and only, Mr. Jim B.
Mr. Chris. How you doing?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Jim?
Been a long time. Good to see you.
It has been a long time.
It's been a long time. I don't think I've streamed since the last Battle Royale, which I streamed a lot. That's probably the most 4-day period I've ever had streaming.
Yeah.
But I miss it. It's good to see you and good to see everybody. Hope you're all having a good summer, staying safe.
It's good to see you too. So anytime Jim comes on, it's for something special. It's obviously a big deal. So what do we have going on this time, Jim?
Well, boy, it's interesting, and what a strange world it is, for sure. I think I'll take even a step back. We haven't been able to do anything in person. COVID has shut down our events. Frankly, it's shut down some of our shipping. I know there's things all around the world people aren't getting. So, in front of us is one of the premier event of the year, Playlist, right? It's coming up.
Yes.
And Playlist is on. So as far as we know, Playlist is still set for February of this year. We don't know what's going to happen. That's the honest truth. But in the spirit of Playlist, and because we do think it's coming, there's a Playlist contest. It's usually one of our biggest contests. It kicks off the season. It gets everybody kind of psyched for Playlist. And yeah, there it is coming up. So the Playlist contest started on the 14th. It runs through the end next Sunday, I think, or Monday. Yeah. Guys, this is for 10 free trips, all expense paid trips to Playlist. You get your airfare, your hotel, your ticket to Playlist. And most importantly this year, particularly because I think with all of our pop friends here now, there's more tops, there's more VIPs. I don't know how we're going to fit everybody at the pool party, but we'll find a way. But I really want to just come in here and let everyone know we are on for Playlist. Whenever it happens, we will be there. We're hoping it's February, but that also hope that this world can get back to some normalcy too. If Playlist is pushed, we will still be there, and this contest will still carry over. And frankly, if there were a way to do something sooner, we had a big plan for maybe in Vegas or something this August, September. That clearly didn't happen. But we just want to say on behalf of everybody at Meet Me, we miss you guys. This quarantine has shut us down, but it's made video even more important to people, right? There's a better way now to reach out and still get in touch with people. Made more friends through this. People have been dating through this. It's really been cool to see. But the Playlist contest is on, guys. We're going whenever it is, and good luck in this contest. It's one of, I think, the coolest contests of the year because you're the first people to get that Playlist ticket.
Definitely. Yeah, you're highlighting something very important where you said we're going to go no matter when it is. So everyone, we've heard a lot of talk about looking at hotels and things like that. Possibly ease on the gas a little bit on that until something official comes out. But as far as going to Playlist and planning, the contest is on for when it does happen. So excitement's still there, no matter what.
Chris, I'll throw this out to you because you've been on both sides of the business here, right? You were a streamer for years, then you were kind of not working for the company, but you were doing some cool things, and now you actually work for the company. There's a lot of people in here who don't know what Playlist is. I mean, I'll let it for you to even just say, what is Playlist and why do we even care about this event?
Yeah. What is Playlist? It's an experience, that's for sure. Playlist is the creator event of the year. Whether you are from this platform or another, it's a way for creators, fans, influencers to come together, network, see each other for the first time, the 10th time. What makes it so special with this community is we are an interconnected community of streamers. It's not individualized where we make our content and then send it off to do whatever. Our content is our interaction with each other. And many times Playlist is the first time people meet each other ever. And that makes it very special. There's collaborations that happen, dual streams, pranks, parties, you name it. It's something that you have to be there to understand and see.
Yeah, and I'll give you my take on it, I guess. And you said it the right way. First year we did this, we went to Playlist, just a couple of people. I think it was Tom and Brandon went down, didn't know what to expect. Then we said, why don't we throw a little party? And then we had a better party. And I went that year. And the ability to meet people in person, and it's funny as I watch who's in here, I see Charismatic and Karina, who I've met in person, and it makes me just know them better and feel close to them. But then I saw Axel and Jordaddy and tons of you. I don't mean to skip over anybody who's in here, who I haven't met yet, but I've interacted with on the app. There's nothing like what really has happened when everybody has met. And people might be noticing some of the pictures behind me. These are just moments that I've taken and either been posted on Instagram or wherever it may be. But I have truly made some great friends, and I think actually shaking a hand and frankly giving a hug, whatever it is, makes it so much better. People have come back from Playlist with just a whole new enthusiasm about what this is all about.
It makes what happens here that much more real. There's nothing like having someone from the UK, from Georgia, California, Michigan, all sitting in the same place, and just for the love of being with one another and being passionate about being on here. It really is life-changing.
Yeah, it really, I don't know what, like I said, I hope it happens in February because that'll mean everything's back to normal and we can have more events too. They're charismatic. If I think of one person who gets the most out of some of these events, it's charismatic. She said it's unexplainable what it really is like. She's been to every one of the events we've had. Yeah, literally every one we've had, and other people have too. But I miss everybody that I've met, and there's so many Riot. I have not met Riot, but I've had some moments with Riot here, and so many of you. I hate naming names because you never catch them all. The ability to see someone in person is really just changes the game in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny that you say Riot and all that because that was just after the first Battle Games was really just after.
Correct.
Last Playlist.
Yes.
And so it's been a long time since really any of us have done anything.
No, it has. That's true. You're right. And POF, all the POF folks that are here came on, and really March is when POF turned up the volume, and that was end of February is when Playlist was. So they just missed it. We've got such a bigger family now, and even just the Meet Me and Scout folks that are here too. There's so many new people. There's Jet. Just so many people who had such a good time there. So it's going to happen, guys. Meet Me always throws contests to try to make sure you get there on us if you can. The pool party is the highlight. If you go look at our Instagram page and some of the YouTube videos, you got to see the pool party. It's really just a cool event and kind of ends just a great weekend of events.
The last, I guess one of the last things that I'll say is that I get this question a lot. Who can go to Playlist? Anyone can. It's not exclusive to just streamers. Whether you casually use the app, it's open to the public. As long as you have a ticket, you can attend the pool party and things like that.
Yeah, so right, Playlist is 15,000 people. I think it's a massive event. And it was really formed around YouTube creators, live streaming, and frankly, what we've done is put a place in there and we take over a big part of the lobby. It's a big part. And so yeah, there are events. If you're from one of the apps that are on here, you're welcome to come, and our sister app Tag comes. The pool party, we have a limited number of tickets sometimes, so we have to just make sure we know who's coming, which is important. But anyone can get a Playlist ticket online. Again, you might want to check the Playlist site. We're still on for February. We hope that's still the case. We will obviously talk about that if that's not the case. But the contest that's going on now, if you win this, you're coming to Playlist on us whenever that happens. If you're on the app, we want to see you all there.
A little bit of light and all of this going on, something to look forward to.
That's a great way that's how I look at it, Chris. I'm dying as much as anybody to get on an airplane and see some people and raise a glass and just enjoy life again.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. All
But
right,
in the meantime, love what you're doing here. And guys, love watching streams. Like I said, I haven't streamed a lot in a while. I need to get on and interact with everybody. We do have, battle royals are coming up, and that's when I do like to stream a lot. So we'll have more coming out about that. But, thanks for all you do as always. And we love seeing what you guys do and, everything that's going on in the app.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Jim. Appreciate it.
Bye, everybody. See ya.
Jim B, everybody. Boss man himself. You heard it here. So when playlist happens, that's when you'll be able to cash in on this this contest. So when playlist does happen, make sure that you stay up to date following Playlist Orlando on Instagram. There's a Twitter handle as well. They'll release updates as things are known. And we'll keep you posted as well. Because really, playlist is that crown pinnacle moment every year for every streamer is getting together and hanging out. Ask anyone who's been to playlist. It's not hype. It's not that it's being overhyped. It really is that special. It really, really is that special. So congratulations in advance to anyone who places in this contest. That being said, the person that we have here first, well, they're infamous. In fact, it's an infamous person that we're going to be talking to first today. I'm serious. His name is Infamous. Infamous, if you'd be so kind to request the box. Our first guest of the night, the one, the only, the talented man himself, Mr. Infamous. How are we doing, sir? Welcome to the show. Oh, we're coming in strong.
Hello, Chris Casper. How are you doing? I thought I would start with just a moment of music. He says that's fine, but I'm the one to ask the questions. I said I know, but I gotta make a good impression. So hello, what's going on? Meet me. Goddamn, I can pretty much see everybody on the whole entire app is going in here. You can see that the comments are going berserk, and I only say I'm glad I could stop by today. And Jim B, it's nice to get acquainted, because before this moment you didn't have the faintest idea of who I am. Now I'm here, man, and I am badass at doing this. Maybe before playlist I'll have my top badge, but if not, you gotta get some entertainment, and that's what I'll do. So hello everybody, how are you? Let's tear it up right now on a Wednesday night. I'm about to stop so that we can ask some questions right, but before I do it, I want to just say, hope that everybody's having a great day.
Yes, sir. I think we can say best introduction of anyone who's come on this show before.
Let's go.
Mr. Infamous, way to make an entrance. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here and just seeing so many people. I see so much friends, family in here. I feel like the whole app is in here. I just see all my friends and family just lighting it up. So
yes, sir.
Happy to be here with you, Chris.
I'm excited that you're here. I'm so happy. I had a strong referral. That's how I found out about you. After the first stream that I saw is this guy. He's got it. He's definitely got it.
Thank you.
For the people who are not acquainted with you, though, will you give a surface level introduction as to who you are?
Most definitely. And as long as you guys can hear me, I see it's lagging, but you can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Yeah. Well, my name is Mr. Infamous. I'm a content creator. So I work on, obviously, I make music of the improvisational type. I also do skits, comedy. I use props. And I've been on the app for just coming up on 4 months. I feel like I know everybody here, and I feel like most of the people here know who I am. So that's who I am. My name's Mr. Infamous. You can find me twice a day on here.
How does someone go about getting the name Mr. Infamous?
So the name was given to me when I was young. It was just kind of, coming up, people loved what I did and always kind of said, man, you're just notorious at what you do, and you're infamously known for, the ability to freestyle and make music off the top. And so it just kind of was a name of endearment that stuck from my friends when I was young and stuck with me.
Yeah, let's get into that, because you have a wide selection of skills that you put together to make unique entertainment. You have comedy. You can play the guitar, but then you rap and can sing. What was the starting point for you? What was the first love when it came to music or entertainment?
Absolutely. So it was probably when I was 14 years old. I went to my dad and told him he was a musician, so I was surrounded by music growing up. And at 14, I came to my pop and I said, hey, I want to learn how to play a guitar. And he handed me a guitar and wrote down some chords on a piece of paper and said, here you go. And that began my music journey at that age. I played guitar for a while, and it was shortly after that I started kind of coming up with words in my head and coming up with freestyling and stuff like that. So it started off at a pretty young age.
So was your dad that inspired you, or were there other musicians that you followed or watched that piqued your interest?
I mean, it was mostly just kind of the creative outlet. Like I was around it at home and something just triggered in me to start playing music. So I wouldn't necessarily say it was, my father's always been an inspiration growing up, like with the music he makes, but probably just that was what started it off. And, throughout our life, we always are going to get inspired by other people and other artists as well.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. The word collaboration just comes to mind,
Yeah.
That you see other people. Okay, so you pick up the guitar, these words start coming to you. Did you start out as a rapping guitarist, or did that come later?
It came pretty early on. Like I've always been influenced by hip hop and poetry and words, and I'm a writer as well. And it kind of started right at the beginning of my journey. It was right there from the very beginning.
Yeah. So where has this taken you? Obviously, you do it on stream, but you were doing it before streaming. What's the story? How did that play out for you?
Yep, exactly. So you guys can all hear us all right too. Everything's frozen for me, but as long as y'all can hear me, I'm cool with it.
If you want, we can drop the box quickly and maybe turn off your Wi-Fi, or we can try and use your data, something like that. If you'd like to try.
We could do that. Let me try that. But yeah,
okay.
To answer your question, it's been a long journey. Like, now what I enjoyed creating is content, on this variety, on this platform. I really very much like it here because it's interactive. There's an element that's very interactive with the comments and the GIFs and being able to talk to everybody. But, prior to that, in my adolescence, I've done a lot of stuff. I've written songs for other people. I've been a touring musician. I've made music and collaborated with different people. So, when I was younger, it was definitely a passionate pursuit. And then as life, took a turn, I became a father and became an adult. It was put on the back burner, became more of a hobby.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah. How do you end up finding live streaming? Where does that come from? Were you introduced from a friend, or?
Yeah. So everybody has the same story, right? It was COVID-19 and I was on my phone and etc. My story was the same. I mean, when I used to have a pretty thriving musical project, I used to do a lot of live streaming on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. So I really enjoyed the element of a lot, but it was actually my friend who's right there coming in the comments, Nick Style, who's one of the streamers on here. He actually told me about it. He was like, "Hey man, I'm on this app and I think you'd really love it and you'd really enjoy it." And I was like, "Cool, I'll check it out." And that's kind of actually how I heard about it. And it was right up my alley because I'd done a lot of streaming prior, and he is the one that actually told me about it.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Man, I'd love seeing everybody in here.
Okay. Let's go ahead and, looks like you're back. Perfect. Okay. So you did stream on Instagram, places like that. What have been the differences coming here? How has the community been? What's your take on it all?
I mean, it's been a really powerful 4 months. Like what I say in our room, like the goal of my room is to uplift people, inspire people, make people laugh, make people have a great day, bring positivity into people's life. If I can get someone turn a frown upside down, like that's a great accomplishment. But the unique thing of this app has been the connections I've made, like the interactive element to be able to, have people comment to you right away, and have the gifting element where it's like something that I can creatively sing about. Yeah. That's a special element as far as being a streamer. I like the platform, but as far as the part that I really care about is just the intimacy of it. Like all the people that I've made and all the friends I've met here, all the relationships I've built. I've had people come to my room that are battling life-threatening diseases. We've had people we are mourning the loss of lives. We've celebrated new life. We've literally saved somebody's life all in 4 months. So I feel like the people that hang out with me on the daily, we've become a family. And people stumble in there all the time, but people definitely also come there with intention when they want to, just kind of be supported and have a positive place that they can come and laugh and, be welcomed and supported.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like you've had that in turn for yourself even? Do you feel that the community's been supportive of you, or that you've been able to use it as an outlet for yourself?
Oh, 100%. I mean, to get personal for a minute, Mr. Infamous for a reason, but to get personal, it's been healing for me as well. I was going through a significant time in my life that was a little bit trying. I won't get into it too much, but as much as I've been able to help others, inspire others, help people get through, tough times, I was going through something in my life as well. And it's reciprocal. Everyone here supports me and has loved me up. And, it's giver's gain. The more you give to people, the more you play it forward to others, you'll see that in return. So it's been nothing short of the same for myself as well. That's a great question. Everybody that hangs out with me knows they've been there to support me just as I have done for them.
Yeah. The support of the community, it motivates you. It makes going live that much more important, really. It brings you back. Obviously, you can't spend all of your time live. It's easier now with with the current situation. But when you're not live, what do you like to spend your time doing?
Absolutely. So I know, I'm sorry you guys can't see me. I don't know what you would see the difference, but I'm glad you could
get blips. Nice little blips.
we got a podcast going.
Yeah.
But I'm very much enjoying being here. I love these questions. So I always tell people I'm a full-time father and a part-time streamer. So my greatest joy in life is being a dad. I have a 9-year-old daughter who I love very much, and I love raising her.
Yeah.
I do have a career which I enjoy as well, and that takes up the majority of my time. But I still do find time to stream each day. I do stream twice a day. I like the consistency of it. Something I look forward to.
Yeah.
But nothing negates the ability to be a father and be a good dad and be a good role model, and that's where my joy is. But other than that, I love, creating music. I like running. That's a hobby that I do a lot of running.
Yeah.
Like that.
You look like you're in pretty good shape, so I believe it.
We're talking about Chris.
I'm willing to admit, I like Limp Bizkit. There, I said it. Do you have any guilty pleasure artists or musicians that people might be surprised to hear that you love or like?
I think that anyone who hangs out with me for enough time knows I'm a heart on the sleeve kind of person. I don't stay in the box. I'm very happy and fine being vulnerable in my room. You're going to get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And I like variety, to be honest. Like I get inspired by everything. I get inspired by all types of music. So there's not one artist per se that you guys will go, oh my God, Mr. Infamous likes Justin Bieber. But I like all music. I like creativity, and I like to absorb as much of it as I can from all different places. So I enjoy everything.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about some of your creative process. You do improvisational shows. Do you also pre-write anything, or is everything consistently off the cuff?
I love these comments. I do both. I have a good catalog of music that I've written. I've probably penned 60 songs. I'm proud of half of them. And it's a combination of the two. For the most part, I'd say 95% of what I do in my room is unscripted.
Yeah.
And there's obviously some songs that I sing that I've written as well. But for the most part, I just kind of turn my phone on and take it as it comes. Sometimes I have a few ideas, like I'll bring some props into it, or I'll have, some theme nights and stuff like that. But for the most part, I just see what comes in the door and what people are into, and then I just try to turn it into a creation. Yeah.
For the people who missed it, I think that's a great launch pad if you're up to it. You do a few games to preface. You do a few games in your live stream. Will you describe what those games are, how you go about them, and maybe we can take a stab at it now?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like scripted, like, hey, tonight is date night or anything like that. Right, it's like we just play. One of the things we're known for is just the freestyle game, which is literally, it might be a little tricky in here because of the amount of comments, but basically kind of like when you stopped by and you were checking it out, how we just kind of created something on the fly that's interactive. It's part me and part what people are providing.
Yeah. Well, the box is yours, so take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the takeover. We just got acquainted. He asked me a bunch of questions, and that was a really good sensation. I see big text, K-Smile, it's gonna go down. Goddamn, we got the whole freaking crew here now. Oh my God, where my people really go. All I see is a bunch of tridents. I'm pausing the show. Frozen up in the box. You guys gotta listen to me for a minute while I squawk like a chicken. I don't really care what we fixing. Oh my God, how we gonna read these things? Look how fast there's trolling. Jameson, he's got nothing but a bunch of whiskeys. I know the girls in here are feeling really frisky. K-Smile, she's down to dance right on her elbow. Ruby Shoes is saying, get it, let's go. Oh my God, yep, now we gonna do it. Now look at all the people enjoying our music. Dang, we just about to grow. Everybody knows that we light it up just like a show. Look at how fast the comments troll. We got the whole people up here on my phone, and I be frozen in the box. I got a car coming in, I got to see a Lambo right quick. Can you imagine that? Okay, we hit a bonus just like that. ASAP, I'm rolling up straight up in a Bentley. Thank you, Blue, man, that was hella friendly. Kim Possible, let's freaking say it. Yes, everybody's got that good feeling in their chest. Hit the bonus, this is what we do. Peak boy level saying that's my boy, we coming through. Blake's dancing in some leather shirts, and we know right now it's going berserk. Where can we go? You guys want to go up another speed? Let me see. Everybody gonna be dancing. Second donkey, second crop, keep messing them up, ignoring the lovely part of the spirit. This is what we do. I'm trying to tear it up. You know what I'll be trying to have? I'm telling you right now that the freaking swag is overboard. This is what we're gonna do. So everybody, come on, don't stop. Let's do exactly what it is we came to. This is some music, and I'll flame you. Hitting free throws, just so you know. Hey, Jim B, hello, hello. We got that live and we got that time. This is what we do when I spend all of mine, making sure that everybody's always feeling happy. Nobody in here's allowed to feel crappy. Put a good smile on your face all day. This is the power that can inspire change, making sure that everyone feels good. I don't have no problem with no one, never should. I just be who I am. Now you can see a living legend right here, birthed on Meet Me. Look at this otter. Oh, I'm utterly straight delighted. Look at Casper, he is just smiling. He is frozen with a smile on his face. Everybody in here is happy in this place. This is love, it is a tangible feeling. I promise you that there is no ceiling. The room will never get cut off, and now you see some rubies falling on me, and you know this is just like a movie. This is just a moment in time that will never happen again. This is not just somebody rapping, and I'm definitely not playing no character. This is what I'm doing, and I want to share with y'all. The secret is that we have the support. Most people are like, this guy's just a dork, but I abort from that mission. You know that's unwritten. This is what we're doing, and you know my compositions are giving people only the courage that they need. So everybody, y'all, welcome to my stream. Anytime you need a friend, I'll be there. I'll be there. You just stop by and let me in. Just tell me what is happening. I'll be there for you. I don't want to go over my time limit.
You've done well. You've done well. You've done well, man. Great job. Great job. And that's a sample there, because I've seen you switch up the flow. I've seen you switch up, obviously, the way you're playing. So awesome talent, man. Thank you for giving us a couple demos of it. I always like to throw. I'm sorry.
Oh, absolutely, man. Happy to be here, brother.
Yeah, I love to have an open platform at the end. If there's something that you're passionate about, something that we haven't talked about at all, right now's the time to just throw it out there, start to get the message out, or if there's not, just a general plug.
No, guys, I mean, I can advocate for, I support those that support me. I have so many wonderful friends on here, and it's no secret that I want to work towards getting a top badge. I know that I'm putting in my work, and I'm just trying to make waves, do my thing, and knock on the right doors. I'm very, very proud of our family. If you look at retention, you look at what we've done with the small amount of time that we've been here and the amount of views we've had. So I just want to thank from the bottom of my heart all the people from Blah's whole family to Nick Styles' whole family to my family, Ruby Shoes, Sweet Melissa, So Blue, so many people to name. I want to thank Jacob, Daddy J, from the very first week I was here. I want to thank M, Flex, and I could sit here for an hour and name everybody, because there's so many people that I got love for that have shown me love, and I'm happy you all see me for who I am. You enjoy my wild, crazy version of having fun, and you guys see me for who I am and allow me to be who I am and do what I do, and I'm glad you guys appreciate it, and I love being here.
Definitely. Well, it's obviously well earned. You're knocking on the right doors and doing all the right things. I don't know if you could have teed yourself up better. So great, man. When do you go live? You said you go live twice a day. So every week.
Yeah, I generally go live twice a day. It's generally you're gonna find me almost every single evening around 7 to 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I usually will start, and sporadically through the day. But if for consistency, I'm generally on here about 10 to 11 o'clock in the daytime Pacific Standard Time, and every night usually around 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Excellent. There you have it, everybody. If you've not dropped a favorite on Mr. Infamous, do yourself a favor. Please give him that favorite. Mr. Infamous, thank you so much for suiting up, coming on the show, and showing out for a bit.
Absolutely, and I don't know if you hear it enough, bro, but you do a great job. So thank you for what you do. I know it's a different role, but I want to thank you for having me, first of all, and I always enjoy seeing you on Fridays. I think you do a great job. So pleasure to get to know you a little bit better too, and it's great to see everybody here. Stick around. I got my boy Peak coming up at the end, but I just wanted to say it was a great time being here. So thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on. Mr. Infamous, everybody. Drop a favorite there. Thank you so much, man. How good was that? He came in. He said, I want to knock on the right doors, but then he kicked the door down. He just said, I've got this talent. Pay attention. He knew how to do it. He knew how to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your first guest tonight, Mr. Infamous. They call him Infamous for a reason. Our second guest tonight, her name is Becca. And Becca is an up-and-comer on the platform. She told me a little bit about her story, and I said this has to be shared. I know that other people will relate to this and love to hear what you have to say. So Becca, if you're here, will you please go ahead and request that box? And while we're waiting, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to Suited Up. This is a show that we do every Wednesday. I got you, Becca. Thank you. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's an interview-style show. I bring on up-and-comers, influencers, Mr. Infamous there. He's a VIP and a talented musician. People who have interesting stories, maybe are on other social media platforms. Really, the core idea is interesting people in the box, and you hear about them. All right, so our next guest, as I mentioned, is Becca. Everybody, please draw your attention to the box. The one and only, Miss Becca Blue.
Hey! What's up?
My voice is changing.
Oh my god, I'm nervous.
Nervous?
Shaking.
Nervous.
Oh shit.
You're
god. Sorry, give me a sec. Shit.
We'll take some breaths. We'll just, it's like lock it in.
I have my wine, so I think I'm gonna be fine.
Okay. Yes. The cool juice. What's up? What's up to you? What's up to you?
How are ya?
I'm doing well. Are you feeling well yourself?
I am. I've been so excited for this.
Yeah, me too. Me too. We scheduled it a while ago, and we're finally making it happen.
I know, right?
Yeah, Becca, you are a creator who has an interesting story, an interesting path as to how you wound up in this box.
I know.
She says, I know. I hope you know. If
No,
you don't,
I'm
I think we're in trouble.
No. Sorry, it's nerves, guys. It's nerves.
No.
And I don't know why, because when I come on the camera, I'm like, blah, 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 But
I know. Maybe I'll ask you what your favorite or who your favorite Care Bear is, and it's like deer in the headlights. You don't know what
That's
this.
very true. I just had a brain fart. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. No Care Bear. Who is your favorite Care Bear? Is there a favorite shape to favorite Care Bear?
I don't actually know what a Care Bear is.
Really? There's one with a clover. Anyway, okay, we'll move on. Will you please give a light introduction as to who you are?
I will. So my name's Becca. I'm Irish. I'm from Dublin. I'm 29, but I look 15. I shattered Ireland. I moved to Canada 2 years ago by myself. So that was like a huge step for me. But
Yeah.
I've come here and I've like restarted my life, and I've met so many incredible people, and I'm just so thankful right now.
Yeah.
So all positive vibes,
All positive things. You mentioned that just now that you moved from Ireland to living in Canada. How long did you live in Ireland?
So I was born there, so I've lived there like all my life. So yeah, I have a lot of family here. They're like third cousins, and they were like, why don't you come over? And at the time I was working for myself, so I was like, okay, well, I have the money, I can just go. So within like 3 months I had my visa and I was here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great, and I have a good job. I have a stable job, good salary, and I really enjoy my job. I work with amazing people. We have the best team.
Perfect.
So
Well, that works really well. I think one of the most interesting things is that you live in Canada now, and this is live streaming. And if you tell people you're from Canada but you have an Irish accent, there might be groups of people out there who think Canadians sound Irish, and there's
such a huge congregation here. Like, it's crazy. Honestly, there's so many Irish people here.
Yeah. Living in Ireland, I know that you came from some humble beginnings and have a bit of a different growing up situation. So however you feel most comfortable talking about
of course. No, and that's what I really enjoy about my stream as well, is that I am so honest. Maybe sometimes people think I'm too honest, but if I'm having a shit day, I come on and talk to everyone because I feel like everyone can relate. Like, obviously, it's not going to be happy all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, you're going to have your sad days. But I just feel like you have to be, well, I like to be completely honest and transparent as I can be. So for me, like, why I wanted like a change in my life was because Ireland has, not that it had like a black cloud, but it was, so when I was a baby, I was adopted. So I was put in foster care and then I was adopted. So I was like less than a year, but I was in foster care for about a year. And then I was adopted, obviously, to my adopted parents. And then, so that for me was like, it still affects me to this day, because obviously I still fear like abandonment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm working through that. But, you know, coming on here, like I came on here by accident. I didn't even know what streaming was. I had no idea. Like, obviously I knew, like, with my friends that I live with and stuff, my roommates, they stream on Twitch or something, you know, like playing games.
Yeah. So I'll slow roll us into the streaming part, just to compartmentalize some of our story. You said that Ireland had a little bit of a black cloud over it. Can you talk a little bit more about what you meant by, for you, there being a black cloud, or why that was a space that you were trying to get away from?
Yeah, so it was basically like, I don't know if people can relate, but being bullied in school was a huge thing for me. You know, my parents got divorced, my adopted parents got divorced. Then there was the adoption that stayed with me forever. You know what I mean? And these things had like, they were like, to me.
We'll bring you back. Well, yeah, it looks like it may have dropped.
Oh shit, am I still here?
Nope, you're great. The last thing we heard was that your parents had gotten divorced and your adopted parents had gotten divorced.
Yeah, so my adopted parents got divorced, and then that was hard. That was really hard, like being a teenager, and then, you know, everything was just like escalating, and for me it just got so much that I was in a really bad depression. Like, I had like suicidal thoughts, you know. I went to therapy for years, counseling, and now I've come out the other side, and honestly, like, this has helped me so much. And it's crazy, like, it's crazy how you could just, something can happen by chance and then it just really shapes you and molds you into like a better person. Do you know what I mean? And
how long have you been in Canada for then?
So about two years.
Okay.
2 years
And has it been what you hoped it would be? Has it been that fresh start that you needed, or were there still things that?
Oh my God. Honestly, it's like the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've met so many amazing people. I have great friends. I have a great team that I work with. I'm excited to go to work every day. You know, like, obviously you have bumps and hurdles along the way, but I mean, just now I'm actually so proud of myself. Like, I never thought I'd say that, but I'm so proud of myself and where I started and where I am now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I love it here. I feel like it's home.
Yeah.
You know?
Something that I know you talk a little bit about is that you've been on a journey for health and wellness, taking care of different areas of your life. So wherever you'd like to or feel most comfortable talking about, I know that there have been some changes that you've been progressing towards that way as well.
Oh, what do you mean? Sorry,
so
confused.
you talked about like changing mindset. Yeah, so I guess I should say mental well-being. So you mentioned that that's something that you like to talk about on your stream. Can you talk to us a little bit about how that journey has progressed for you?
So I actually have BPD, which is borderline personality disorder.
Okay.
So like that, I always thought it was depression and anxiety, and I was on medication for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And dealing with that, it's very difficult because there's no like medicine for it or anything like that, so it's very hard to deal with every day.
No.
But like I don't know. Sorry, I'm just a little bit
what you're
in the emotions right now.
What you're talking about makes sense, and I think what is valuable here is, what do you think are some either the misconceptions, or can you help us better understand what that means? To say that you have borderline personality disorder.
So it means that I can go from one extreme to the other just like that. Like my anger levels, and I hate this, like I hate it. But I mean, like if someone says something, I take it so offensively. Now I'm working through it. So I mean, like now it's better. I can contain it more. But like years ago, I would snap at the littlest thing and I'd lose friends, and you know, and at the end of the day, sometimes you just need to like self-reflect. And I'm a strong believer in manifestation now, so I believe that the positive vibes that you give out to the world, you're gonna get back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was hard to think like that, don't get me wrong, because when you're in that frame of mind of like everything is going wrong and you feel like your world is crumbling and you feel like literally just the world is on your shoulders, I firmly believe, like even in my desk and work, I have these like little post-it things, and they're all literally positive quotes everywhere, and I read them every morning, you know, and it really helps. So, you know, and that's why with my stream, I'm completely honest. I love when people can come in and they feel like it's a safe place and they can talk about what's on their mind, you know, and nobody's gonna judge, you know. Like you can just be yourself, and that's what I love. And you know, I remember every single person that comes into my stream, you know, and I feel so like special because I'm just like, wow, like these people want to surround themselves with me and the other people that are here, you know.
Let's get into that. You said that before all of this, you hadn't live streamed. Had you had any sort of experience with social media, limelight, acting, anything like that?
Yeah, so on Instagram, like I used to do live videos on YouTube and stuff because I did makeup artistry, so I did like special effects, and I worked on TV sets and things like that, and you know, there'd be like your scars and your blood and guts and everything like that.
I feel like that's something really casual to just slip into this conversation that you used to. I guess it's, oh yeah, I used to work on TV sets. What do you mean you used to work on TV sets?
So like that was incredible, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just had a brain fart. What did you ask me?
No, let's focus on this part.
Oh my god.
You worked on TV sets. What do you mean? How did you initially get involved with that? Can you tell us about any of the productions that you were on?
Yeah, so there's like a channel, it's called TV3. And there was loads of game shows and date shows, and I would just work on the presenters and the contestants, and you know, we'd be in the back and we'd powder them, and yeah, it was really fun. But I mean, so Instagram, yes, I did live stream on Instagram, and I did do YouTube videos, so I was kind of familiar with, you know, social media, but it took me a while to even get there, because I was like, what are people going to think of me? Am I going to embarrass myself? Like, how am I going to come across? And I was really scared, because obviously you're going to get bitter people in life. You know, not everyone is going to love you. And for me, that was something that was really difficult to deal with, because I wanted everyone to like me. I wanted, you know, people to like being around me. And then, but honestly, you have to just, I don't know. But yeah, so with the streaming, yeah, it was just Instagram and YouTube. I'd never heard of streaming. I didn't know this was a thing.
Okay, but you end up finding out that it's a thing. You've touched quite a bit on that. This has changed your life, and that this has helped you and been an outlet. Is there anything else that you haven't mentioned, or anything specifically that you'd like to mention about your live streaming experience so far?
Necessarily, like, I mean, I think I touched on it with the fact that like I feel that it's like my family. I come on here and I'm so excited when I've had a bad day, and you know, maybe my friends aren't around or whatever. I feel like these guys are literally my family. You know, they can message me whenever they want. They can come in and we can just talk about whatever's on their mind, and then it turns into like an open discussion. Everyone gets involved, and it's like there's no negativity. And it's really uplifting, and I know that I've helped some people get through difficult times like myself, and I've got some really, really nice messages that have just made me feel incredible. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And people that have felt super low, and just to know that I can come on and, you know, people actually like listening to me and they like tuning in and they like taking part. It's just an incredible feeling. Do you know what I mean?
I do. One of the last things around this topic I'd like to touch on is from the beginning part of our conversation, you hinted a lot of spots of lack of confidence, uncertainty about yourself. Now you're placing yourself in a situation where you're open and vulnerable to the things that people may say. Has there anything that's changed as far as a mindset goes, or anything you remember just realizing that has helped you on your journey to become more confident or to feel more secure in these live streams?
Like in general?
Yeah,
Like in life,
in
you mean?
general. In general, it could be in life. Just how have you become more secure so that you are able to do what you
Honestly?
do now? Yeah.
I had an epiphany one day. I was sick of being upset and I was sick of feeling so shit. And I was just, it took me to stay in for a whole weekend and drown my sorrows and just be like, I don't want to feel this way anymore. I do not want to feel this way. And if I can recommend anything, I would say watch The Secret or read the book. It's incredible. I sat there and I was like, I truly think this might work. And then I started writing my notes every day. I said, like, you know, I started looking in the mirror. I'm still doing it. I'm like, you can do this. You're great. You know, even if you might not believe it, just say it. And then things will just get better, you know? And again, I feel like whatever positive vibes you put out, you're going to get it back,
Definitely.
you know?
Definitely. As we move towards the last part of our conversation together, what's going on in your life now? Is there anything that you're excited about doing? Anything that you're looking for?
Playlist live. I really want to go.
You said you want to
No.
leave this live?
No. Playlist live.
Oh, playlist live. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to go. Like, I've seen the big, huge meetups, and I'm like, whoa, this is incredible. Like, you're gonna meet so many freaking cool people.
Yeah.
You know. Yes, I'm hoping.
I like that answer a lot more, saying that you're looking forward to playlist live than saying you're looking forward to leaving this live. I like that. I feel like it's a better answer.
Oh Lord! Oh God, I just snorted. Sorry.
Had you heard of playlist prior, since you were a YouTube creator?
No, I didn't actually. I just seen it on the Meet Me group, on the Instagram, and I was like, wow, this is so cool.
Yes,
So,
it is very.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Becca, we've covered a lot of things and definitely touched on some personal notes. As we wrap up, though, anything in particular you'd like to talk about? Anything that you'd like to talk about that you're either passionate, that you care about? Like, just...
I'd love to become a full-time streamer.
Really?
Yeah, I would. I would really like to go for Top Badge, and I'd love to meet more incredible people. Like in this short space of time, I've met so many freaking cool people that it's like there's a whole world out there, and I just want to show that if I can do it, like anyone can do it. You know what I mean? And it's such an uplifting place. Do you know what? I don't even have words. I just feel like it's one of the best things that have happened. And I, like, as I said, I found this thing by accident on a date app, you know, on POF. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then boom, I'm here.
Are you currently still using POF, or?
So I switched to Meet Me, but I'm still active on the two.
Perfect.
You know.
Okay, hang on. Last question, because anytime I hear someone use POF, it gives us some time to have a little bit of a saucy conversation. Okay, so you would use POF as a dating app. Are you still looking? Are you shelving that? Of
course I'm still looking.
You're still looking. All right. So
Yeah.
if someone's interested, what's something that they should know about you to help them potentially shoot their shot right?
I think for me, the biggest thing would be honesty and transparency. So if you're going to be like completely honest and, you know, you're just yourself, I feel like that's enough, you know?
I think that's a great place to start. If you have not favorited Becca right here, She just, she threw on that last little tidbit there. So there's a little another reason, whether you like her makeup or, or interested in other things. Go ahead and drop that favorite. Becca, lastly, when do you go live? So if people would like to see you and get to know you more.
So I go live in the evening, so like between 7 and 9. Sometimes later, sometimes between 9 and 11. So it depends. Sure. But I think I'm gonna make like a proper schedule now and stick to it. Right. Oh, thank you. Oh, people are so lovely here.
Well, thank you so much, Becca. We came a long way from talking about Care Bears 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
Can I just say a shout out to some people?
Yeah, please.
So the first person that I met on here was Blake Premier. He is incredible. You guys need to go and favorite him. There's Pandemonium, Juvie, Coinman, and now I just had a brain fart again. Oh my god. No, do you know what? There's just so many incredible people. Mm-hmm. And thank you so much, Chris. Like, honestly, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for being here. None of this works if the people don't come.
And so. Jameson. Can't forget Jameson. But yeah.
Thank you
so much for having me, honestly. It means a lot.
Absolutely.
And thank you, guys.
That's Becca Blue Eyes, everybody. I would ask why Blue Eyes, but I think we know why. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
No, just thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, definitely. Give her the favorite, everybody. Becca Blue Eyes, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you, dear. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Absolutely.
Bye.
That was the conversation, everybody. That was the conversation. See, for those of you who are considering possibly ever wanting to come on the show, but are thinking, I might be nervous. I don't know. What if he asks me if I eat my spaghetti with a spoon and I don't know what to say? I don't worry. It's not like that. I promise. I might ask you a weird question to break the ice. Who knows? Maybe I'll ask this next person who piques my interest. This gentleman, we had on a show called The Rundown a couple Fridays ago for a special reason. And he had to request the box like he's doing right now for it. And that reason was to get his top badge. We learned a little bit about him then, but tonight we're really, going to get to know the gentleman that he is.
This man after my own heart.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Hang on. What am I saying yes to?
Hey, you know what you're saying.
I do. I'm just going to play dumb. I am after your heart. Peak levels.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming over to this beautiful stream.
Oh man, I'm so excited for this conversation. You are just an electrifying streamer from the amount of energy you bring to every moment that you're live, and I think a lot of it probably comes from your background. But we'll tease that and get to it in just a moment. Is that a clip-on tie? No. It's a good look. Peak levels. Let's do some of the basics here. How long have you been streaming on the platform?
Since what was it? April, mid-April.
Mid-April.
Yeah.
Okay, so another pandemic streamer.
Yeah.
Okay, and I understand that the platform that you're going live from is Plenty of Fish.
Yep.
So another accidental find. Was live streaming something that you knew you were going to get into, or?
Well, I had live streamed before on Facebook and stuff for like music, but never nothing like this. Okay. But yeah, it was weird. After quarantine, I came on and kind of fell into it. It was like, oh, they have live. What is this?
I like. You're gonna have a very interesting conversation because there's gonna be a lot of gifts if you narrate each one. So the pop thing is interesting. You fell into streaming, but let's go back a little bit because this is not your first take or first try at the entertainment industry. Can you please give us a little insight as to the beginnings and where some of your entertainment career started?
Yeah, definitely. I started when I was about 18. I started DJing and got into it for a long time. And then right about 30, I decided to start making my own music because I noticed everybody on all of the flyers was making their own music. And I felt like it was that time to kind of step into my own and start doing my own stuff. And yeah, started Peak Levels.
Peak Levels was born.
Yeah, Peak Levels was born.
18 years old. You said you started DJing?
Yeah.
Okay. And at that time, were you a vinyl platter user? Was CDJs? How did you get started?
Yeah, just used some good old turntables back in the day. I had some techniques and
Techniques, man.
yeah, I just had those forever and just practiced with those day in, day out. I also skateboarded a bunch and yeah, I just anything I could get my hands on, I really tried to conquer and be the best at. So it was really hard to stand still at one thing. You know?
Right. Maybe you could have been the first skateboarding DJ. You know, skate and DJ.
What? Okay, it's not too late. Not too late though.
Why take on DJing?
I don't know. Music. I think music drove me, and when I was younger, especially bass music. I loved just the vibration. I loved subs. I loved just the noise it made and stuff, and how it made me feel.
Yeah.
And then I started watching how you could make a whole crowd feel and change their, momentum and the way they felt and, uplift people and bring them down and then, kind of change, the flow of things. And so that was really appealing. Plus, watching, just hip hop and, all these big people on MTV all the time, always doing stuff with music. It was just really appealing to me. So.
Oh, I understand completely.
Yeah.
You started on vinyl, so you learned the classic way, and then you begin writing your own music. How would you describe the type of EDM or type of music that you write?
So I kind of got into writing 3 different styles just because I just kind of wanted to, one, write my own music, and then I wanted to write with 2 other people, which I found. One artist was out of LA, and another artist was a local artist. And yeah, one is a trap, one's more like a deep dub, more slower kind of like vibe, and the other one is just like kind of like a experimental type bass. It's more like trappy and like dubstep, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So trap beats, just as to give some context to everyone, if you're not familiar with EDM terminology, trap is like rap music without rap over it.
Exactly.
It's kind of a way to put it. A lot of snares.
Marty.
So Pete, so you start writing your own music. Where does that journey take you? Do you end up keep performances to your bedroom, live stream those? Do you ever tour, play any club gigs? What type of parts for you?
Yeah, I've actually just kept growing over the last 4 years with the music. It's just grown more and more and more. And then this last year was my biggest year yet. I got to go and travel to a lot of different spots. I actually got given my biggest opportunity yet. I went to LA and got flown and went on tour with some artists. Wow. And went to Phoenix, Arizona, Las Vegas, back to LA, and went on a tour and got to experience that whole life, and that was super amazing. And then it was building up, and then quarantine hit, and then it kind of changed everything. It was everything's online. I started doing festivals online and stuff, and so the whole entertainment industry took a really big hit, everybody, I felt like. And so I had to kind of learn to do something else, and but at the same time, I'm still making music. I got 4 tracks signed to a record label out of LA just recently, and so yeah, I'm just still doing the music grind as well as the streaming grind.
Yeah. The festivals that you were playing, did you end up on a ticket with anyone that you were excited to perform with, or anyone that have you performed for or opened for anyone that was particularly exciting to you?
I think the people that I get the most motivated by is just my colleagues, people that are doing the same thing as me, that are grinding, not really the bigger people. They're awesome. They do a lot, and I do look up to a lot of them just as legends, but I also respect a lot of just people that are doing the grind that don't get noticed, and I see them,
Yeah.
And I'm man, they're not even getting noticed. So, and this has leveled the playing field for a lot of people, the talent from the big guys to the little guys. You have to create now this online source of people and stuff. And so, yeah.
Adapt to survive really has been one of the Oh. Yeah, the Save Our Stages movement is happening. So that's in support of music venues, because something many people aren't potentially thinking about is music venues haven't been able to put on any performances, and if you like to see live entertainment, it's all at risk right now. That being said, Peak Levels, where in a post-pandemic world, has this changed your thought as to the type of artist you'd like to be, or how you'd like to channel your craft and things that you do?
Most definitely. Now that there is such a big online like stretch now for community and stuff, it's definitely made me think about the future of like even my streaming, you know, like what can I do to be more entertaining? You were talking about OBS earlier, and unfortunately we don't have OBS with POF, unfortunately. So that to me was probably my biggest hit, is because as a streamer I knew my potential past that with OBS. And I feel like I'm a pretty good streamer right now, but if they were to like start like an online you know, way I could be able to get on and create that OBS, I think my potential for this app would be unmatched. I think I could do a lot of stuff, because I'm always coming up with fresh ideas and stuff, you know, and that really opens up the idea to be able to have two screens and do all kinds of stuff. I mean, look at Choff, you know, and his great DJ sets. I mean, those visuals are like amazing, you know. I love those sets, you know.
Club Quarantine's Friday.
Right, yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Let's go.
I know, shameless. Let's talk about what you do in your streams, though, because you said what I do currently is great, but if I had access to more, I could do more. What are you currently doing, though? What would you say made you a top streamer? How did you get to where you are now?
I think the most part was engaging people and creating a sense of community within my bounds, because it wasn't just me. I had to go to other streams. I had to go talk to people. I had to, you know, create new material and content to get people to leave their streams even and bring them over to my stream. So, I mean, I started playing games like Connect 4. I mean, any game I could. I've got like 5 different card games I play. Games I go out and play in the you know, in the verses, just with randoms. So I think just being active and being constantly changing or doing something new and keeping it interesting is the biggest part, because you got to entertain, you know?
Yeah. You mentioned something that was interesting. You said, I had to network. I had to go out into other streams. Can you elaborate on the importance of that for just a moment?
Big time. I see so many people that don't go to other people's streams, right? And for me, that's like a slap in the face, because if I go to your stream, you know, I'm spending essentially my time to come over to your stream and say hello and stuff, you know. So a lot of times, maybe I get it too, people are really busy, you know, but at the same time, I'm always trying to go over and support other people and be a part of this community, because you can't do it alone, you know. You gotta have friends, you know. You gotta build together, you know. So I just feel like it's a very big importance to help others, and just in general, just not in just streaming, but in life as well. You know, you get out what you put in, you know.
Definitely. Out of all that networking, out of all that time that you've been spending in other lives, do you feel like you've made any friends? Or, you know, talking about playlists, does it give you something to look forward to?
Definitely gives me something to look forward to, because it gives me something to strive to. When I go to other streams, how I got better at streaming was going to other people's streams and seeing what I liked about their stream, what I didn't like about their stream. If I didn't like something, then I would go to my stream and make sure not to do those things, you know? Like, one thing is I try not to sit down very much. Right now it's very unique that I'm sitting down for this, but I'm very energetic. I like being up. I like showing energy and having that kind of charisma of jumping up and being active, and people seeing, you know, someone that's, you know, has energy and isn't just, you know, just relaxful, because there's a time I feel like for that, maybe on the weekends and stuff. But, you know, when the people come in, I want to turn them from down here to up here. You know what I'm saying?
You want to bring them to peak levels.
We got to peak those goddamn levels. Goddamn right. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Get up on that dryer.
Outside of this app, we know a lot of who you are on the app and that you do music. But when you're not doing music, when you're not live streaming, who are you? What do you like to do? What do you like to spend your time?
Well, I do some digital art that I've been getting back into.
Okay.
2 kids that I take care of and raise that I love. I'm always at the gym with B. Bruce, that's a streamer also.
Mm-hmm.
So always just trying to stay healthy and fit. And then, also just trying to be as active as I can. Right now it sucks because of all the fires and stuff. There's a lot of smoke, so being outside sucks. There's the quarantine going on top of that, so it's like getting double hit right now. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you got homeschool kids nowadays. It's like, ugh.
So what's really happening here is you're saying I have a real life and I'm able to maintain a badge. Would you say what is the reason that you stay motivated? Is it the community? Is it you like getting gifted? I mean, what?
For me, what keeps me motivated? Just I guess the music definitely. Oh, thank you so much. And my kids, I think, my kids also keep me motivated. They're the reason that one day hopefully I can create something super unique for them that I can give and give them the keys to the kingdom. Be like, here, I did this, because I don't think it stops here. I feel like there's so much more I'm potentially able to do, with music and just entertainment in general. So.
And you will. I'm confident anyone watching this right now believes that. Peak. Anything else that you're passionate about or would like to talk about, plug while you're in the box?
Passionate about making people laugh. I'll tell you that damn much.
Okay.
The hardest thing too. So when I first started this app, there was a lot of question of because I started off kind of being negative, went out into the verses, trying to find myself as a streamer, right?
Yeah, interesting.
And I finally found myself as a streamer out there, and I was trying to, I was kind of negative at first and trying to kind of go off of people and stuff. And someone was like, positivity goes a lot further than negativity, So I kind of just changed everything up. I was like, all right, I'm just going to be positive to everybody, even the crappy people, right? And so that also took a big change, I think, also because, people don't want to be around negative people that are just negative and like that, because it just brings people down, and that's not what I'm about. So,
Yeah.
Keep it magical, keep it fun, keep it positive.
When you break down someone using this platform and what they may be tuning into a live stream for, to be negative or to put down other people, it's only worsening potentially the reason that they already came onto the platform for.
Right.
And so that's excellent, amazing that you were able to make that transition. And I like
another thing too. I think I like too is encouraging people to stream. A lot of people come to my stream, maybe they're not streamers and they don't have that encouragement. My goal is to encourage people, go on. And some people now, they always come back. They're like, you helped me start me streaming. Thank you so much. You gave me encouragement. So seeing that too is super it's a great feeling to see people, finally go out and try it and do it themselves and realize, man, I could have done that the whole time, and they get to create their own little sense of community and make their friends. So
definitely,
it's always cool.
If you have not favorited Peak Levels, first of all, make sure that you favorite him, please. Give him that favorite. Will you plug when you go live so that people, if they want to get to know you more, find out more about this standing energy, when can they catch you?
You can catch me when you're sleeping, when you're awake, on the weekends. I'm always on.
You're always on. I love it. Perfect.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Any last plugs you want to say before we wrap up today?
Last things, man. I just want to say thank you to everybody out here that makes this happen. You guys are amazing. You guys helped me make this top badge happen, and I couldn't have done it without you guys and the motivation that you guys constantly do, especially you too as well, man. You're such a big motivator for countless amounts of people, so continuing to do that is just a big encouragement. So, I love watching streams like this because I get to see people and see what they're doing and see how I can improve, and it makes me better. So,
thanks for saying that.
Yeah.
You know what, you caught something for me that it would have been terrible if I missed it. You getting your top badge and what that meant to you.
Oh, what? Getting my top badge, man? Sheesh. It meant everything. Like, all that hard work, staying up for freaking 24-hour streams and having sometimes no one in my stream. Yeah, man. It's a lot different now. And so I get to look back on those hard times and be like, yeah, it was worth it to, be in those freaking verses where you're like, oh my God, if I only had infinite skips. Oh, please give me the skips. If I had infinite skips, if only. Please date me. Oh, and the whole date me. The date me's. Oh man, I couldn't. It was a lot.
What a rough life for Peak Levels, where everyone wants to date him. Apparently, the host.
You don't know what it's like.
What a rough
You don't know what they did to me. That's why I drink.
It's all about the tact that you handle that with, and something. Not to take too far off the topic of, is if you do have people in your streams, everyone, who say something like, would you like to go on a date? Or, hey, are you single? Keep in mind that largely these platforms do have an outward-facing marketing image of being dating platforms. So one of the most jarring experiences could be to go in a live, try and understand what's happening, and then get bullied because you asked the question pertaining to what you thought you just downloaded. So let's change the conversation around people who come into streams and ask those types of questions. There's a way to handle it, even if that's not what you're about, to not make it feel like they need to be punished. So little soapbox that I get on there.
Yeah, I like that.
Peak, thank you so much for
Thank you.
You did an excellent job. Your energy is undeniable, and your DJing skills. I need to see. I need to see some more DJing skills from Peak Levels.
Definitely, man.
All right, everyone, please make sure that you give him a favorite. One of
you guys
on this platform. Thank you so much, Peak, for coming on the show today.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, much love, much love. Everybody, Jim B was here today. I was here apparently. Thank you again for being here. Playlist contest is running still. If you want to get a ticket, airfare, and entry into Playlist, make sure that you're taking a stab at the Playlist contest. Rumor has it Jim B will be on the rundown this week to talk about it one more time in case you missed it. Big shout out to my man Aaron Kirby today for having the debut of his show Before and After with Aaron Kirby. Make sure that you give him a favorite. Other show creators, I saw you in here as well. Special shout out to Aaron Kirby, his that debut today. Tomorrow, you do have the debut of Sipping Celebrity with Mercedes at 7? 9 p.m. 7 p.m. is Aaron Kirby today. Big thank you to Mr. Infamous, to Becca, to Peak Levels for making the show possible today, and for being who you are. It was just, in general, good conversations today. Each person had a different story that I think many of us can relate to in our own ways. So treat each other with respect. Happy live streams. As we get closer, a few things that I'll plug too. As we get closer to Playlist, and when there is an official date, I will be hosting a Playlist tips stream. It's going to be a Playlist boot camp, letting you know how should you plan, some things to consider, some things that you might not realize, some things that you will have to look forward to. So anyone who hasn't been there, if you've been there before, there'll be something to learn. My 2-year anniversary of going live on this platform is Sunday, the 20th. The 20th is my 2-year anniversary, everyone. And I can't believe how this time has gone by. I'll talk about my story during that stream. I think that that's the right place to do it, to talk about how I got my start, some tips that I have for everyone, and just overall what this experience has been. So thank you, everyone, for it's unimaginable, truly, to have started 2 years ago, going live I have this photo today sent to me, actually. I'm going to show you guys something. Her name's Trish. Trish was in my first stream ever, and she said, "Hey, isn't your anniversary coming up?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Look at this. This is me in my kitchen, my first day streaming ever. Me in my kitchen, streaming September 20th, 2018. I kind of look the same, right? Am I the same? Okay. So 2 years later, we've come a long way from my kitchen. That's around the corner. Yeah, but more on that on Sunday. This Friday, Choff and I will be hosting Club Quarantine Part 3. I'm taking a lot of time to plug things today of personal stuff. I always plug them at the end. Club Quarantine Part 3, everybody. Club Quarantine Part 3. If you haven't seen our Club Quarantine, I'm just going to leave it as do not miss this one. Do not miss Club Quarantine. It more than likely will be different than anything that you've ever seen on the platform. More than likely. There are a couple other people who do some of the stuff we do. All right. That's a show, everybody. That's the show. I'm not plugging my stuff anymore. Oh, what time's Club Quarantine? Thanks for asking. 9 p.m. this Friday. Choff and I go back-to-back as DJs. We spin house music, dubstep, trance, drum and bass, a lot of hip-hop, a lot of, it's everything. It's usually an 8-hour ordeal. And by the end of it, I'm lucky to be standing. Well, responsibly. So, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for hanging by the show. Check out Club Quarantine this Friday. Please come by the 2-year anniversary stream that I'll be doing this Sunday. All right? Much love, everybody. Take care. I'll look forward to seeing your lives and catch you Friday. Bye.